Woo, Messi, this is professional wrestler Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man. Tell my people, my brothers and sisters, you listen to Bell the Bell with Bobby Blaze.
This is Jeremy's vote for number 9. I'm just backing it because of the gimmick, not the person. And if you know me at all, you'll know it. I know it's not the person. But coming in at number 9 on the scariest gimmicks that flopped, anyone that fucking puts a nylon on her fucking head, you're not in there robbing a bank or something, but you go on national TV with a fucking chainsaw. It's Chainsaw Charlie. And I'll tell you another goddamn thing, Jeremy.
My jackass. My jackass, man. Bobby fought me on
Charlie. Number 9, tell me about it.
Bobby, you fought me on this one because I threw the name out there. You're like, no, it's just not happening. I'm not putting him on there. And I said, I'm not talking about Terry Funk.
Terry Funk. I said, he was just there for a paycheck. He was just there having fun. And Jeremy, write me back. You're not seeing my point. It's not Terry Funk. It's Chainsaw Charlie, Bobby.
Yeah. Well, and I'm gonna throw a couple of things out there. I mean, basically, they were shooting for Leatherface. I believe they had him teaming with Mick Foley, I'm pretty sure, or Mankind at the time. So, here's one of the big issues I run into all the time with the WWF, or WWE, depending on what era we're talking about. First off, you know he can't use the chainsaw. Don't give somebody something they can't use as part of their gimmick. You know he's not going to be chainsawing anybody. Matter of fact, if you go back to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, only one person got chainsawed in that. So you know it's not going to happen. Secondly, who puts a fucking pantyhose on Terry Funk's head?
And didn't he? No, you know who I think did it, if I remember correctly? I think Terry Funk done it. I think if I understood correctly, I read it in his book, or I heard it. I'm pretty sure I read it in his book. Hardcore legend, whatever. If I'm not mistaken, he grabbed a pair of pantyhose off Sherry Martel and put them over his head himself to become Chainsaw Charlie. So I don't know if that was a character suggestion or if that was just Terry Funk going, you know what, I'm just here for a paycheck. I'm going to have a good fucking time. They want to give me this gimmick. I'll fucking make it work. That just shows what kind of talent he has. But like I said, the gimmick itself is like, well, I'll tell you, when I saw it, we're going to get into this a little bit later on about one of these characters, too. I personally saw it happening while I was still working with WCW and watching the programs and stuff like that. When I saw that on WWF at the time, I was like, oh, man, that's my hero, man. But see, it just is like you said, what the fuck are you supposed to do with it? Even though Terry's probably, I don't know how he said it or whatever, and I get my book out over and look at it, but, give me that fucking pair of pantyhose and cut the end off and stick over my head, and I'll go out there and I'll make this fucking gimmick get over. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? One of those things like, you know what? Watch this. And it just didn't get over. Creepy, scary, whatever, blatant ripoff of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or whatever, but I couldn't get past that point of it. But Jeremy did, so he put it on the list, and it's rightfully so. So I have to agree with him,
Yeah, and it's not a knock against Terry Funk. I mean,
no.
Terry Funk's one of the greatest of all time. This thing didn't work, and I think when you give somebody something as part of their gimmick that you know they can't use, it'd be like sending a guy out with a machete. You know it's not going to get involved. It can't. You can't murder somebody in the ring. So I just. Yeah, it's, and not only that, but the WWF's tendency to take well-known people and go, fuck it, you don't know this guy. Kurt Hennig, what's the AWA? He's Mr. Perfect, and he's never wrestled before today. And then to do that to Terry goddamn Funk of all goddamn people.
Yeah.
No wonder it didn't get over. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. That's the point. It flopped.
Lost on the road somewhere. Was it Texas or was it Canada?